Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I'm filming this on the 7th of April, although I don't expect this video to go out for a few days. And I've started to get a few of my citrus out of the summer house that are near the front, because I believe the weather for the next 10 days is looking pretty mild. Don't think we're going to get nighttime temperatures below about 7 centigrade, 45 Fahrenheit, and daytime temperatures are likely to be in the sort of between the 13 and about 16 centigrade marks, or somewhere between 55 and about 60 Fahrenheit, which is absolutely fine for them. I'm not, if we get a cold spell, going to throw these back in the summer house. I'll probably just throw some frost fleeces over them, which I think will be enough to protect them, because we're not likely to get heavy frosts. If we get any at all, there'll just be a very light frost, probably just above freezing. So my plan obviously is to get some of these out, and they are in varying degrees of health with interesting amounts of different things happening on them. If we take a look at this one here, for example, this variety is Lane's Late, and it's on a Citrange Carrizo rootstocks. I do like to see what the rootstocks are on them. This one's done nicely in the summer house, looks healthy with very little leaf loss, and it's now got quite a lot of flower buds appearing on it and quite a lot of new growth as well. But there's quite a lot of variation in the condition of them. Now I'm very pleased to say this is my Satsuma here, Unshu Mikan. It's meant to be a cold hardy Satsuma, but I don't have a varietal name on it. And last year it did not produce a single flower bud, not one single flower bud. And the year before it actually fruited for me and produced probably about somewhere between a dozen and 2 dozen Satsumas, which I was really pleased about. But nothing last year at all. Now this year, as you can see, it's producing flower buds on it. Now it's looking a little bit yellow, quite a lot of leaves which obviously got a deficiency on them, so I am going to feed it. Initially I'm just going to get it out. Now it did have, I'd noted last year, an issue with the trunk at the bottom, which is trying to heal itself. You can see it starting to roll the bark around, and I'm hoping eventually this will heal itself completely. So it is crucial that I keep the compost away from this area of the stem so it doesn't get rotted. But despite that, it's looking reasonably healthy, and as I said, it's got flower buds on it, so I think there's a chance that if I feed it, it'll get good colour back on it, and we'll end up with a reasonable flower display. Now it's quite interesting how variable the plants are. The one that I put away, when I put it away, was super healthy, was my Miwa round sweet kumquat. Now I don't know why, because I've had almost no leaf loss on my citrus, but this has absolutely dropped all of its leaves. Now I'm wondering if it's to do with the compost it's in over winter. Now you would think this compost is what the citrus send to grow them in, and you would expect them to know absolutely emphatically what the best compost is for citrus, and yet this one has lost all its leaves, whereas the ones I've had in my 5-1-1 mix, for whatever reason, don't seem to have lost their leaves at all. So I don't think I'm in any danger of losing this, but obviously I'm going to watch it carefully, because I might decide to repot this into a much more sand-based compost and see if it improves its health, because if I lose that one I'd be very frustrated, because they're just not viable and it was incredibly expensive. Other things I'm looking at on these, this is a lemon, quite weak growth on the top stems, and that's because it had a large damaged area on the stem, which I've actually sealed with a bonsai sealing sort of it's a sealer of some sort that the Japanese use on bonsai for damaged stems. So I've completely sealed that off, which I hope is going to stop any more stem rot. But in any case, it's got so much strong growth from the base, and that is above the graft. The graft is right down here, so this is still the named variety of lemon. This one is I think it's a Eureka lemon. Let me have a look at the label up here. Yeah, that's a Eureka lemon. But it is amazing how the Miwas really suffered, and yet other plants. Now this one here is I believe this is I think this is a Clemenules. Yeah, this is a clementine. Clemenules also grafted onto a Citrange Carrizo. Has actually got a few embryo fruits on it. These little yellow ones of course won't last, but excuse me, some of these other green fruits might even hold on it. Again, it's looking a little bit yellow, but what I'm going to basically do with all of these is I gradually take them out. I'm not going to do any more today. As I gradually take the plants out, I'll inspect each one for damage, deal with any damage on it by obviously removing broken or dead stems. I will, in the next week or so, I plan to feed all of these with a citrus feed, because I did have a lot of yellowing on them last year and I didn't feed them at all, which was really naughty of me. I just didn't get round to it. So I'll tackle each one at a time, and then I'll reposition them on my decked area where I plan to have them in the long term. But as it's very windy today, but it is mild, and I don't think there'll be any problems. But as I said, some of them are bursting out in new growth everywhere and new flowers. Some are looking distinctly yellowy and unhealthy, and some, like that Miwa, have defoliated, but I just don't know why that is. But obviously I better deal with that as and when. I think it's just going to be a repot job, to be honest, because I'm not happy with what it's doing in the compost it's in. Not to say that all of my citrus are looking healthy, some of them are looking distinctly unhealthy. That's just a roundup of the first few ones. Obviously if there's any pests and diseases on them, I'll deal with that as well, but actually they look pretty pest free in the summer house at the moment. There doesn't seem to be any green fly aphids in there, and almost nothing in the way of scale insects or mealybugs, so hopefully I haven't got any major infestations as I get further in there. Don't think they'll blow over in the wind. I might just push them back a little bit so that they're sort of leaning against each other so they can't blow over easily. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hope it was of interest. Please give me a thumbs up. Obviously you can share the video if you think it'll be useful. Subscribe to my channel, and remember to click on the bell if you like updates on new videos as they come out. And obviously I'll carry on with doing updates on the citrus week by week. I'll see you all in the next video. Brett out for now.